Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take our seats. Mr. Marcos Sefcovic, European Union Commissioner for Trade. I guess this is my first time to meet you. Welcome to Kenya. My friend, Mr. Thomas Ostros, Vice President of the European Investment Bank. It's always a pleasure to have you in our country. Your Excellency, Ambassador of the Delegation of the European Union to Kenya, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And welcome to Kenya, those of you who are coming here for the first time and those of you who have traveled from different parts of the world. We say in Kenya, Karibuni Sana. On behalf of the government and people of Kenya, I warmly welcome you all to this landmark event, the second edition of the Kenya European Union Business Forum. And I commend the organizers for their outstanding preparation and dedication in bringing us together. This year's theme, Digitizing Trade, is both timely and forward-looking. It reflects the realities of our modern economy where digital technology is not just an enabler of trade, but its driving force. Through digitization, we unlock innovation, catalyze industrialization, and create seamless access to markets, information, and networks for mutual benefit of Kenya and the European Union. Kenya is open and ready to do business with you. That is why we have actively pursued and secured multiple and multilateral, regional, and bilateral trade agreements, positioning Kenya as a gateway to global markets. We are proud signatories to the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which gives us access to the $3.7 trillion market of 1.4 billion people in our continent. Through the Kenya-EU Economic Partnership Agreement, we enjoy privileged access to a $19 trillion market of 450 million good people of the European Union. Under the Africa Growth and Opportunities Act, we have entry into the $27 trillion United States market of 330 million people. Our agreement with the United Kingdom links us to a $3.3 trillion market. Our newly signed Kenya-UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement connects us to another $503 billion Gulf market. Closer to Kenya, Kenya remains a key partner in the East African community, a $336 billion common market with a population of 300 million people. Each of these agreements connect Kenyan businesses to global opportunities, unlocking markets, attracting investments, and driving shared prosperity. Excellencies, we remain committed to implementing a pro-trade policy regime that not only foster inclusive wealth creation, but also generate much-needed opportunities. Our goal is to build a comprehensive, resilient economy that benefits every Kenyan, while strengthening mutually beneficial partnership with allies like the EU. As we celebrate the digitization of trade, my administration is implementing bold and transformative measures to build a robust digital economy. We're rolling out, for example, an ambitious last-mile fiber connectivity program, aiming to install 100,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable and 25,000 public Wi-Fi hotspots by 2027, ensuring no part of Kenya is left behind in the digital revolution. Through the expanded e-citizen platform, over 20,000 government services have been digitized, making it easier, faster, and cheaper for businesses to engage with government. We have established 284 digital hubs in Tibet institutions, with 400 more under construction. These hubs are becoming vital centers of innovation, enterprise, and digital skills development. Kenya is attracting global technology giants. For example, Microsoft, Amazon Web Services, and Apple have already established a presence in Kenya. Global BPO leaders such as Sama, CCI, and Teleperformance, in fact the leading BPO company in the world, have all anchored their operations in Kenya, positioning our country as a leading regional hub for software development, business process outsourcing, and digital services. To support this growth, we have introduced tax reforms that foster a pro-business environment. The finance bill of this year, 2025, reduces the tax on digital asset transfers from 3% to 1.5%. This signals our commitment to an innovation-driven economy that nurtures startups, MSMEs, and investors alike. These efforts are already bearing fruit. Just last month, the International Monetary Fund ranked Kenya as the 6th largest economy in Africa, up from the 8th 2.5 years ago, projecting our GDP to reach $132 billion by 2025. Our currency has appreciated by 21% in 2024, making it one of the best performing currencies globally. These achievements reflect the sound reforms and bold measures implemented over the past 2.5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, this forum comes at an opportune moment following the entry into force of the Kenya-EU Partnership Agreement. Significant strides have been made in operationalizing this historic agreement, including its ratification and the convening of the EPA Senior Officials Meeting, which culminates in the inauguration of the EPA Council later today. I did already appoint members from the Kenyan side to the EPA Council, and I look forward to positive outcomes from the first meeting that's going to be held today. I urge the EPA Council to explore innovative ways to unlock the vast potential of Kenya-EU trade while addressing current and emerging barriers. We must move beyond good intentions to actionable outcomes that bring tangible benefits to our businesses, investors, and citizens. A major highlight of today's engagement is the launch of the European Union Chamber, I'm told Eurocham. This marks a new chapter in deepening Kenya-EU private sector collaboration. By promoting trade, sustainable development, stakeholder dialogue, and a better investment climate, Eurocham will play a pivotal role. I encourage the establishment of Kenya-EU Business Council between Eurocham and the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry to provide a unified voice and a focused agenda. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, our partnership with the European Union has been instrumental in driving development cooperation in energy, infrastructure, water and sanitation, urban development, agriculture, and other key sectors. I remember visiting one of our counties with the European ambassador here in Kabonyo, somewhere in Western Kenya, in Kisumu, to inaugurate a trauma hospital that currently is serving that region as part of the building blocks of our strong relationship. The EU delegation to Kenya and the European Investment Bank, whose Eastern Africa regional headquarters is in Nairobi, have been invaluable partners in this journey. As we look ahead, we must broaden our horizon beyond Kenya. I look forward to the upcoming Africa Union, European Union ministerial meeting later this month in Brussels, where we will advance continental priorities in trade, in investment, and sustainable development. I wish you all in this meeting a very fruitful and impactful deliberations at this second edition of the Kenya European Union Business Forum. As we deepen this partnership, I warmly invite you to the Kenya International Investment Conference in early 2026 in Nairobi. I trust that this delegation will actively engage in identifying opportunities, building partnerships, and including investment deals across key sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you, and I wish you well.
A round of applause for His Excellency. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. If you may kindly indulge you slightly, Your Excellency, just for 2 photo opportunities. Can we take our seats, please? Let's kindly take our seats. I'll invite all the speakers, all those who spoke, to kindly join His Excellency for a photo opportunity. Being the first photo, the second photo, I'll invite all the PSs present and CS William Kabogo to also join in. Welcome.